Welcome back to the farm with me, the Frontier Farmer. Back to the farm this week. It's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks. I've been away. So I got back and I thought maybe we'll revisit some of the things that I've shown you before, or the progress of some of the things that we've been able to do. So let's go back to our cabbages, because 2 weeks ago I'd shown you the progress of these cabbages. And I said I was happy with the progress. I'm still happy. They are almost ready. There's a section that I think in the next week or so they'll be going to market. We already have someone who had come to look at them, and he suggested we give them another 2 weeks, and he will come pick them. So just look at it. If you can remember following us, this is the section. This is one of the sections that we have the cabbages, and these are the cabbages that we also propagate in our nursery, or the seed propagation unit. We produce a lot of Gloria F1 cabbages. These are the Gloria F1 cabbages. So what you see here are not any variety. They are just the Gloria F1 cabbages. So these cabbages have been here for now, I think, close to 4 weeks, and as you can see, they are doing very well. You can see the size of one, how big these cabbages, could be. Sorry. So these are our cabbages. Though these ones are not yet ready for market. These ones are not ready for market. But there's a section here that we planted earlier that I think in the next 1 week or so, or even now, they can still go to market, but the buyer who wants to have all of them at the same time. So these ones that are already ready will still have to wait for these other ones to get ready, maybe in the next week or two. So this is a section that we planted earlier. This one here, this particular section, and you can see even from the size of the cabbage itself. This is one of it, and you can see this cabbage, as we speak, as for now, could be close to 4 kgs, but when it is fully, it's not fully matured yet, so we're expecting it to go to as much as 6. Some will even hit 10 kg. So unfortunately, I'm not sure if you will want cabbage, I'll be able to get them to you, because I already have a buyer. But if you want 1 or 2 just to consume, I'm sure you will not miss those ones. So for my friends out there, my followers who've been following my journey with this kind of farming, vegetable farming, especially these cabbages. If you're anywhere between Nakuru, Timboroa, even Nairobi, because I'm planning to be in Nairobi maybe sometime next week, I can get you a few, just for you to get a taste of our cabbages. So anyone who has any questions about vegetable propagation and vegetable farming, you can reach out to me. We can brainstorm. I usually say I'm not a farmer. I'm masquerading here as a farmer. I do other things, but my passion, this is where my passion is. So I love this thing. That's why I'm here at the farm most of the time, because it gives me a sense of purpose. You know, sometimes we do things out there and we are just doing them to earn an income, but for me, I love seeing crops grow. I love going through the challenges that farmers go through to be able to make sure that you, if you are not able, or farming is not your thing, you are still able to eat, to find food at the end of the day. So from the farm, we make sure we get it to you on your table, and what we get to you on your table should be of very good quality and also very healthy. So out here we rarely use chemicals because our farms are very fertile. So the only thing we did here was we use DAP fertilizer when we were planting, and that is it. We've not had issues because sometimes most of the problems that we have as farmers is infestation by aphids. You've seen those small whitish insects that come and eat on chew on the leaves. They usually there are always a lot during the dry season. They're also trying to find some water somewhere or something from, but when it rains they disappear. So like now this season or this year, the rains have been very good, so we've not had any problem with aphids, so we didn't have a reason to use any insecticides to deal with them. So I can say these crops are 90 or 80 to 90% organic, because the only thing we've used is DAP fertilizer. We could still have used animal manure because we also have a lot of cows at the farm, and we produce a lot of manure. We've been piling it up over time. But we usually come now when we harvest all these vegetables, we'll come and put the manure, we apply the manure on this farm before the next season. But I'm thinking when I remove these ones or when I sell all these vegetables, I will still put more vegetable this season, because this year has been very nice. The weather has been very good and we cannot complain. So this is it. This is something you can do, especially cabbages. They are not very demanding as other crops. So if you want to become a telephone farmer, you can try cabbage farming. Unfortunate part with cabbage farming is that when you do a lot of it and you've not done your market research, and then you also find out that other people have also planted a lot of it, and then when all of you hit the market at the same time, there is a glut, there will be no market for you, or the price will be so bad to a point that you feel there's no even point of going to market. That one happened to some people, and if you can talk to people who have been doing cabbages, they will tell you. This can make or break you. So sometimes you need to do your market research. Just know whether there will be a market at the end of the season. That's what we call agribusiness. You just don't plant and then go look for market when the crop is ready. Start doing your research. How is the market for cabbage in the next 3-4 months? Because that's, if you put it on the ground, you expect in the next 3-4 months you are done. It's ready for market. So if you don't do your research, you will hit the market when everyone else is also hitting the market, and then you start crying and saying farming is the worst thing you can ever venture into. So, but for us, we did our market research. We even went ahead to look for potential clients or potential customers. Unfortunately for us, or fortunately for us, there's a school that usually buys our cabbages, but you know, schools are now closing. But because we still have a week, 2 weeks, the schools will open again in the next 3 weeks. So we might not really suffer that much, because when they open school, they will need the cabbages. But also, we already have another client who was here this week to look at them. So he said we give them another 2 weeks, then he will come and pick them. So if it doesn't pick all of them, we are still guaranteed, even if they stay for another 2-3 weeks, we can still get market. The only thing we will be praying in those 2-3 weeks, that the rains should not be that much, because cabbages and too much water is another big problem. They start rotting and there will be nothing to take to the market. But nonetheless, if it comes to that, which we don't want to come to that, if it ever comes to that, we can still feed it to our animals. So either way, we are not going to lose anything. What we say in this farm is we are practicing what we call circular economy. Anything we produce in the farm, all of it should be used within the farm. We also have, I also introduced the black soldier flies to the farm. So those are our go-to animals when we want to, the waste that remains from the farm. So we feed it to them. They produce amazing organic manure, also known as frass, and that's what we now use to grow our crops. So nothing goes to waste, and I think going forward that is what every farmer should aspire to do. Make sure that your farm is a circular economy where everything that is produced in the farm is consumed and completely finished in the farm. So that is it from me. Thank you very much for those who have been walking this journey with me. The vegetables, you can see, they are doing great. And I am a happy man, or I am a happy farmer. Though I need to also do a little bit of grooming myself. I look like a bushman. But sometimes in the farm you don't have time to do some small things here and there. But when the money hits your pocket, we will look like $1 million. We look like $1 million person. We look like $1 million. So that's what I'm trying to say. So until next time, goodbye. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube, The Frontier Farmer. On Facebook, the same. I'm also on Twitter, The Frontier Farmer. And slowly I'll be joining TikTok and the other social media platforms so that we can also engage. I'm also very passionate to ensure that also young people give a try to farming. It's not easy, that one I will tell you. So don't come to farming thinking, I just put the crop on the ground and wait for nature to do the rest. You will be shocked. So it is a journey, and a very good journey. It makes you feel fulfilled somehow, especially if it's a passion of yours. Just like me, farming is a passion of mine. So even the challenges, sometimes you feel some pain, but at the end of the day you tell yourself, next time I will do much better. So for example, this year we've not bothered with trying to introduce irrigation on the farm because there have been plenty of rains. But those are some of the things I'm thinking, because it's not every year that there will be enough rainfall or the weather will behave like this year. So those are things that I'm having in mind. So if I harvest this crop, I may want to invest others in some equipment that just tomorrow, if there will be no rain, I will not lose my crop. And that's what farmers in this century should be thinking. That's how farmers should be thinking. So until next time, goodbye from me, the Frontier Farmer. Bye-bye.